I'm Roger Horton, Chief Financial Advisor here at Horton, and it's never too early to start thinking about retirement. In fact, it's almost definitely too late. Hell, baby boomers are realizing they'll probably never retire. And if it's not looking good for them, you'll be lucky if you can stop stealing toilet paper from the office bathroom before you're 70.
We all know that one sweet old man who worked his whole life to save up for retirement just to throw it all away on a sex bot he thought was his long-distance girlfriend. Luckily, our sponsor Incogni makes sure scammers and data collectors don't retire early off of your personal info. Right now, data brokers are out there collecting private information on you and me, like our social security numbers, email and home address, shopping history, and more. Incogni gets your private information removed from these shady data broker sites automatically. They help you protect your personal data by automatically sending removal requests to data brokers, the ones selling your info to scammers, spammers, and probably QTbot XXX. It's like a digital cleanup crew for your online footprint. So take your personal data back with Incogni. Use code HONESTADS at the link below and get 60% off an annual plan. That's incogni.com/honestads to scrub your data, and hey, maybe we can retire with some dignity, unlike your dirty old grandpa.
Want to live out your golden years drinking Arnold Palmers, watching Wheel of Fortune, and having weird elderly sex with your spouse while your life alert necklaces clack together like castanets? It's never too early to start thinking about retirement. In fact, it's almost definitely too late. The fact is that retirement, as a stage of American life, that's as dead as a doornail. Its corpse embracing the pension like petrified lovers in the ruins of Pompeii. We just have to pretend it's still something people will get to do, or else every office building would have to have a suicide net. Of course, it's not impossible. With shrewd investing and planning, you can turn impossible into almost certainly not possible. No matter your situation, Horton is here to help. Before we get started, are you one of the 78% of people in America that live paycheck to paycheck?
Nope.
Good. Those people are fucked. And after we tell them to beat it, they usually call us assholes or scum or godless leeches. One guy took a crap in a deposit envelope and sent it through our ATM. Had to knock down the whole wall to get it out.
Okay, well, I pulled up my pension plan.
Oh, that's not a pension plan. You wish. That's a 401k.
Yeah, but they're basically the same thing.
Sure. The same way a college scholarship and your parents dropping you off at a bookstore are the same thing. A pension is when, based on your salary and years of employment, your employer guarantees you a certain amount of money per month for the rest of your life when you retire. A 401k is sort of like an employer-issued personalized piggy bank with some tax benefits.
But nobody uses crusty pensions anymore. I mean, my grandpa had one of those and he's so old he's dead.
Well, some people do, mostly government employees and union workers. The two groups of people with any negotiating power to protect their well-being against a growing oligarchy. But that's probably a coincidence.
Well, I do like that a 401k puts my future in my hands.
That's right. With a 401k, you're in charge of your money. You can watch your nest egg grow. And if that egg is smashed by the big boot of the economy and ground into the shag carpet, well, that's your problem. You were in charge after all. People like to paint corporations as emotionless, money-hungry wendigos in pursuit of growth at any cost. But would a company that didn't care about your future take some of your paycheck every month, put it into a glorified stock portfolio here at Horton, where we invested in mutual funds we manage and charge fees on, then display the confidence in you to dust their hands of any responsibility to what happens to that money? They're looking out for the little guy. Let's look at your 401k.
Scary spreadsheets.
It's filled with enough cells to dice up your simple brain like a fresh mango, and phrases designed to be weapons-grade boring like expense ratio.
What even is that?
It's a tiny percentage fee we charge against your earnings every year.
Well, you deserve it for working so hard. Plus, I know that mutual funds are really safe. And I bet that I'll make it back when you guys make me extra money with all of your fancy knowledge.
Actually, mutual funds are riskier than just straight S&P 500 index funds because we're taking risks to try to beat the market, which we don't. Over 10 years, only about 9% of actively managed funds outperformed the S&P 500. But don't worry, our bank is really good at it.
Right. And I bet the fees for something like the S&P 500 are really high anyways.
No, 10 times lower, actually. But hey, don't worry. We're only taking a measly 0.5%. And look, you've got $50,000 in here. So what's the big difference between a 13% return and a 12.5% return, compounded annually over, say, 40 years?
The difference between a 13% return and a 12.5% return on $50,000 compounded annually over 40 years is a loss of $1,079,127.37.
My phone! I ordered burritos on that.
Here, use mine. Oh.
What?
Oh, housing crisis again? Well, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Why is my 401k red now?
Well, the economy's fucked. Stock market's bottoming out. I think we may have just sold Alaska to China.
We're screwed.
Wow, you're screwed. I'll get bailed out because our shit's all tangled up in the national economy, and if they don't, I'll drag the whole country underwater with me like a vengeful pirate ghost.
Does this mean I'm not actually going to be able to retire even though I saved all that money?
That's the risk you kind of sort of agreed to. If it makes you feel any better, I can't retire either. Not for economic reasons, though. Lost a bet with God, also can't die, always hungry, food turns into stone in my mouth, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, good luck with Social Security, or what's left of it. I've been Roger.